The recent verdicts in the ongoing post-March 4th election petitions, petitioners losing their contests against winners in the parliamentary seats have been getting orders to settle the costs of the cases in the range of about 1.5 million shillings, while those losing the court battle when it comes to gubernatorial seats are being charged at least 4 million shillings. Wavinya Ndeti, the petitioner against Machakos Governor Alfred Mutua, is to pay 4.5 million shillings for litigation. Ferdinand Waititu, who lost the petition in his case against Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero, will have to fork out 5 million shillings. In the Kisumu Town West petition against Olago Aloch, Rosa Boyo was ordered to pay litigation cost not exceeding 1.5 million shillings after the court upheld Aloch's election. And the petitioner against Yusuf Chansu for the Vihiga parliamentary seat, Ernest Ogesi, is to pay a similar amount for litigation after the court similarly upheld Chansu's election. We sought the Law Society of Kenya's explanation of who actually pays the cost of an election petition and to who.
What has been established over time in terms of jurisprudence and how courts have made determinations in terms of precedent, they always award costs in favor of the party who succeeds. So it is taken that anyone should take judicial notice of the fact that if you lose a case, you should pay the party who has succeeded the cost of that case. For the party who has lost the case ordinarily, courts would want to punish him in courts so that in future it does not bring to court or it does not behave in a manner which would force an innocent person to approach the courts to litigate and to be able to get his rights.
In Siaya County, both the IEBC and Colonel Rasanga, whose election was nullified, are to pay William Odwol, the petitioner, 1.5 million shillings each. The question is it automatic that any loser in a petition would pay the winner?
If he was at fault, then the court will award costs. But if the court assesses the situation during the course of the trial and comes to the conclusion that there is a likelihood that this person was on the wrong side of the law, not necessarily because it was his wish or because it was malicious, and the court will say each party would bear its own costs. In all the election petitions, if you lose, what happens is that in the judgment, the court will say that the entire cost payable by the loser is 4.5. But out of the 4.5, IEBC cost will be, for instance, 2 million, and the cost of the parliamentarian who had won the elections, who is the one who has succeeded, is 2.5 million. So this money is split into two. What goes to IEBC and what goes to the successful candidate.
In the recent ruling in Kakamega, where the election of Wycliffe Oparanya was upheld, IEBC too is to pay the petitioner Mabel Mark Muruli. Muruli was challenging IEBC for blocking her from contesting in the election on the grounds of lack of the required academic qualifications, among other concerns.
Kwa nini judge ameniaward costs? Kwa nini? Yeah? And I think that he feels guilty. And that is why. Lakini he will face a higher judge.
In the Supreme Court ruling regarding the petition that was filed by former Prime Minister Raila Odinga challenging the election of President Uhuru Kenyatta, there was no order to Odinga, the loser in the petition, to pay the respondents.
Since the litigation basically involved litigation around the electoral system for the benefit of the country itself, not necessarily for the benefit of the petitioner.
Again, when we talk about the cost of the case, what does a loser in the case pay for exactly?
Costs are normally regulated by advocate's remuneration order. You do not pay the exact amount that the party who has won has spent. No, it's not possible. What happens is that you regulate the amount of fees that is payable to the lawyer of the person who has won.
And be warned that this does not apply only to election petitions, but any civil case.
These costs apply whether the case involves litigation of a cow, or it involves litigation of a multi-billion contract.
We are seeing a trend, and we don't know what will happen in 2017. It may be a deterrent to the losers not to file petitions unless you're so sure that your case is strong enough. It will also do away with frivolous petitions that will save on time.
It means if you want to file a petition or any other civil case, be sure that you have enough grounds to win the case, as losing could be costly. Alex Chamwada for Citizen Live at 9.